Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle. Here to talk to you today about the latest fixture between Arsenal and Brentford. I have just got back from the match. It was, the atmosphere at the Emirates is electric, especially after our goal. But yeah, let's go straight into it. Um, yeah, so let's start off with the lineup, unchanged from our defeat against Everton. I think that might have been a mistake. Maybe I would have liked to see maybe Trossard starting, but I think. The starting 11 was fine, no problems with that in my opinion, and yeah, I can't really complain there. But but what really happened? I mean, it was just not a great performance, was it? Uh, there was nothing convincing about it. There was no point where we looked like we were gonna score, uh, 2 or 3 goals in the match. Like you know when you're just piling on the pressure and you're like, oh my god, we could have had two here. Um, there was nothing like that. I think our goal was a little bit lucky, to be honest. It wasn't a bad goal by any means. We definitely deserved our goal, whereas I don't think Brentford deserved theirs. Not in terms of the offside thing. I don't know if it was offside. I haven't had a look at it, so you let me know your thoughts on that one. Um, but just in terms of it was a scrappy goal and it was against the run of play. I guess. Yeah, this feels like a loss. It really does. What this means now is, we cannot afford a loss to Manchester City. Absolutely cannot. In fact, we kind of need a win, don't we? We don't need one, but we kind of do, right? It's very important that we do not lose to Manchester City. Do not let them gain points on us in that game, because if they do, if they beat Villa tomorrow, and then they beat us, they're level on points with us, but we will have a game in hand. But still, level on points with City is not a position you want to be in, especially, their tendencies to have a great run at the end. Um, we're still firmly in the title race. This doesn't, put us out. I think people forget, we're still 6 points ahead of Manchester City. We could, lose to City. As I said, we could lose to City and we'd still be level with them. But that's not the attitude to have. We got to treat it like. I mean, look how boring this first half was. Nothing happened of note. Yeah, we got to treat it like like it's like we've lost to Brentford today. We have to treat it like that, because really we have a home game against a team we beat 3-0 away from home, especially when we need to bounce back against Everton. This is a loss. This is an L. We've taken an L here. Um, yeah, it's just. Well, it's really painful to see. I think maybe our players might be getting fatigued a bit. I definitely think we need to change the starting 11 once or twice, especially with some Europa League games coming up. I wouldn't mind if we get knocked out of the FA Cup at this point, to be honest, just so we don't have to play extra games there. But, it's we just look tired, and you could see that on Martinelli. It wasn't quick enough. Xhaka wasn't that involved. Partey mostly kept the ball, but looked a bit sloppy. He did have a good game though, Thomas Partey. Odegaard, again, not much there. Saka wasn't as involved. I mean, obviously his rating's so high because he got the assist. Um, Zinchenko was one of our better players, but apart from that, the defense was a bit average. And I mean, Ramsdale didn't have much to do, but I think he should have done better with the goal. Although where I was sitting, I couldn't see it that well. Anyway, Trossard came on, got a goal. Happy with that. To be honest, let's go through that goal, because we were piling on the pressure. The vibes are there in the Arsenal stadium, in the Emirates. Um, yeah, the vibes are there. Everyone's we need a goal at this point. Everyone's expecting it, and we get that goal, and it was really good that we got it then. But that was crucial. We needed to kill the game at that point, and we just didn't. We just let Brentford get right back into it. Stupid. It was so sloppy, and oh, it really, it's just so painful. It's so painful to concede like that, and then to go on and not. I felt like we could have got like a last minute winner. But look, there's 5 minutes added, and it's gone on to the 90+8. But I'll tell you now, we only got 2 of those 5 minutes. Jesus, that was come on, that was embarrassing from Brentford. That is truly, truly embarrassing. And I'm not leaving it up to that as an excuse. But seriously, seriously, that was incredible. You know, we ended up getting an extra extra 5 minutes of added time on top of the 5 minutes that we were already given because of how little the ball was in play. You know, Brentford players were going down because their foot hurt a little bit, and the referee stopped the play for 5 minutes. Why? Why? You only stop the play if it's a head injury. You know, I mean, I guess if you broke your leg, you'd stop the play as well. But no, that's not really happened, has it? Why was it was stopped so many? The play was stopped so many times because of a Brentford leg injury, notably Ivan Toney. What a twat! I'm sorry, but you know he was. You know, I didn't mind Ivan Toney, but seriously, that was just childish. Him and you know all the other Brentford players should be ashamed. It's really embarrassing how they were going down. They were dropping like flies. You know, this was like a world war on the pitch. No, it really wasn't. And some of the times they just fell over, and the referee has to stop the. Well, he doesn't have to stop the play, but has to stop the play. Yeah, I was appalled by that, but you know it's not an excuse. We weren't good enough today. We weren't quick enough. We weren't tactically there. I think Arteta may need to just change things up a bit because we're getting figured out a bit. You know, we can't act like we're not. And City have already beaten us this season once in the Carabao. Oh, did they beat us in the FA Cup? I don't know. Maybe they beat us in the FA Cup. Forget what I said earlier if they did. But, you know, City have already beaten us once this season, and, you know, right now they're looking like they're going to again. Just maybe change it up against City. We haven't really got much to lose, but again, there's the risk. So I'm really interested to see now what happens against City. It's gonna be an interesting one, yeah. I hope we get the 3 points. We need them. We need the 3 points now more than ever. On a side note, Tottenham get battered everywhere they go, and Chelsea spent all that money for a 1-1 draw against West Ham. It's a bit funny, isn't it? Yeah, just thought I'd mention those. Newcastle are drawing to Bournemouth. Not that I'm that worried about Newcastle, but come on, Bournemouth. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much else to say about this game. There wasn't much that happened really at all. Just kind of a standard game. Footmob has given the man of the match to Tony. I mean, I don't know. I don't think a single player on that pitch deserves a man of the match. You know, the Brentford players weren't amazing, and we were shocking. So yeah, I guess it goes to Tony because he scored the equaliser. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that offside. Let me know what you thought about the match down in the comment section below. Are Arsenal still gonna win the league, or are we out of it? I mean, we're obviously still in it, but how does that affect our title race? Let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.